Welcome back to the Whiskey Couyons channel, guys. Tonight we got a special release of a distillery most people know. Like in Scotland, anytime you put "the" in the front of something, it's supposed to be like this. This big thing, right? The Balvenie Distillery. But tonight we got the Balvenie Distillery made as part of their story edition. It's The Sweet Taste of American Oak by the Balvenie Distillery. That's what we got today, guys. Check it out. The Balvenie, the sweet toast of American oak. So, part of the Stories collection. So, it's not part of the core range of Balvenie whiskey. So, they're doing the story collection where they kind of highlight certain aspects of the whiskeys. This one is to highlight the oak, right? Or barrel char. I don't say barrel char. I mean, it's like toasted oak, maybe. They do one is the Week of Peat, and they do one the story of dark barley or something like that. They have a bunch of different ones in the story collection, but this is the first one. So this one, the apprentice Kelsey McKechnie is actually the brainchild of this one. She's on her way to become a master distiller at Balvenie. And this is her little creation. So what they're doing is they're taking 12-year-old Balvenie and aging it, or finishing it actually, in Kentucky virgin oak barrels to make a fruitier, richer tasting whiskey. So doesn't have on here if it's natural color or non-chill filtered, but none of the Balvenies have that. It comes in at 43% ABV, so you're looking at 86 proof. The bottle is very elegant looking, right? The Balvenie Distillery has a little oak barrel right there, a little story behind it. Not a whole lot. It doesn't have a whole lot. This has a bunch written on the back, but the canister it comes in is pretty cool too. It's got the oak barrel. It's got people working at the warehouse. Looks freaking awesome. Like they did a good job on the canister actually. That's what we got. The Sweet Toast of American Oak, 12 years old, Balvenie. Color on it. Look, it looks like a natural color whiskey. Just looking at it. There's no way to tell if it's natural color. It doesn't say it's natural color or non-chill filter. You could tell. It's pretty clear. It's a little thin. It doesn't leave a coating at all, actually. It's a really thin looking whiskey, but it's 86 proof. But let's get into the nose, guys. I like the presentation on the bottle and the canister, but let's get into it. So right off the nose, you get an oak for sure. Sweet, you're getting some sweet oak. So whatever they tried to do with this, they are bringing out some vanilla in there, some oak for sure. But you also get maltiness too. Like you got some maltiness in there. Some cereal malts. A little hint of vanilla. Almost like a citrus characteristic also. A little touch of honey, which honey and citrus is kind of like that Balvenie signature kind of notes that they have. That's about it. I mean, it's a really nice nose to it, though. Let's get into the flavor, guys. Cheers. So, the flavor is good on it. Vanilla for sure. Sweet. It's got a little sweetness to it. A lot of maltiness. You're getting like fruits, like light fruits, like maybe a little, I wouldn't say pear though. Maybe a little peach up front right away. Light fruits, oak right away at about mid palate, but like coming in early. Spices are good, maybe like a ginger spice. Right after that mid-palate note of that oak, you almost get like a hint of a coconut, which I love it in this whiskey. I really do. A coconut about mid-palate. Finish is decent, medium finish. Finishes out with some oak and some spices. I like it. It's good. Do I prefer this over the core range Balvenie? Probably not. This is, it's rich enough for an 86 proof. It's light on the proof, but it's got some flavor for the proof on it, to be honest with you. And the finish is decent. It's a good medium finish. I do think they've chill filtered the hell out of this, honestly, because it's clear. I've added water to this already, just sipping on it before. Not this go around, not tasting it right now, but I've had added water to it, and it kills the flavor altogether. It doesn't have that Scotch mist to it. But if this was non-chill filtered, I think it would be way better. But it is what it is. The finish is decent for what it is. It's a good medium finish on it. Let's get one more flavor, guys. See, I got a little bit more vanilla with that one. A lot of oak and vanilla on that flavor. So the longer it sits, the better it is, to be honest with you. I gave it its due. And I poured this. I let it sit for about 12 minutes before we got a taste on it and started, filming, doing a review on it. But a lot of oak and vanilla if you let it sit for a little bit. The first time I opened this up, I was really disappointed. So I had this, popped it open, fresh pop, let it sit, gave it its little due. Maybe it just didn't have enough air to it or whatever it was. It fell flat. Like, I wasn't getting a whole lot of notes in the nose. Wasn't getting anything in the flavor. It was kind of like, it fell flat. I don't know how to describe it. It was really not a whole lot of tasting notes popped out. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. But after it got about halfway of the bottle, but right now it's getting towards the end of the bottle. It started opening up. Like when it got a little air to it, and then I found her thinking to myself like, all right, we're gonna let it air out for a little bit, pour it, give it its due. And let it open up, let it get some air, and it started coming to its own, started coming with a little something. But I do still prefer the core range Balvenie 12 Double Wood. To me personally, I think Balvenie is the Double Wood. They do ex-bourbon, and it's finished in ex-sherry cask. And I think that sherry brings out Balvenie. It brings out something in the Balvenie. It brings out it shines with a little bit of a sherry cast to it. But I think they accomplished what they're accomplishing with this. Like it's bringing out some oaky American oak, the sweet toast of American oak. You're getting some American oak notes in it. Like you're getting a vanilla, you're getting a sweet oak flavor to it. Not so much on the fruity aspect. I didn't get a whole lot of fruit with this at all, but you're getting the like butterscotch. Not really a caramel, but a butterscotch, vanilla, that coconut note mid-palate after the oak and the spice is good. A little bit more spice than you do with the double wood, but it's great. I like it. It falls where it's not gonna blow your mind, but for the price wise, matter of fact, this comes in about $75 a bottle, where you can get double wood. Usually about the same, maybe about $70, $75, but it's good. I like what they're trying to do here, and for the price point, it's their entry level for the story collection, $75, right? Couyons rating on it, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So it's better than average, slightly better than average, but it's not, or maybe like right at average. But it's not gonna blow your mind for the price, right? But it's not a bad whiskey. I like it, and I like the story collection. I like that they veer off of their core range and they try to do something else. It's an innovative approach to the Balvenie whiskey, right? But that's what we got in the channel, guys. If you've ever had this particular Balvenie, the Sweet Toast of American Oak. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I like to get everybody's opinion on stuff, and I like if you've ever had it, let me know what you think about it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.